You're watching Spotlight, and today I'm joined by Debbie Grisco of Almost Home Kids and Teresa Murphy from OSF Health Care Foundation. So welcome to the set.
Well, thank you very much, Jane, for having us. We
We
appreciate
are
it.
excited to have you because we're going to talk about something new, which is
Right.
exciting. But before we do that, we're going to start with you, Debbie.
Thanks.
The need for Almost Home Kids.
Right, thank you, Jane. So in the state of Illinois, Jane, there's over 12,000 children that have medical complexities. And what Almost Home Kids does, we have two sites currently right now, one in Naperville, 12 beds, and one in Chicago. We provide transitional care for children coming out of ICUs from hospitals throughout the state, where the parents can come and be trained on their home equipment. We get their nursing set up, and so I have a big team of doctors, nurses, case managers, social workers that take care of them. So, and we get them home and keep them home with their families, and then provide respite care. You know, our second program.
Yes.
To give these families a much needed break from this 24/7 care.
I think that's, and it's so wrapped up in the name Almost Home Kids. It's that, right? It's that journey on the way to being home.
And when they come back for respite, it's almost like being at home, because it is a home. They're up dressed every day, and they're out of their rooms, and there's plenty of activities and volunteers that come from the community, which has been phenomenal, both in Naperville and the Chicago area too, that really come every day to play with the kids, and it's been just wonderful.
And it's really to make it feel like home, right? I
Right.
mean, the whole facility itself is set up in that environment, so
Right.
it doesn't feel like you're in a hospital.
No, not at all. And that we try very hard to make sure it does feel just like a home.
Okay. Now, you first started in Naperville at Hubson and Route 53, right?
Right. That was in 1999. And then I've been there now 10 years, and we expanded to Chicago in 2012. We affiliate with Lurie Children's Hospital in 2013, and now we're going to be having a new affiliation coming up, which is why Teresa's here today.
Yeah,
to talk
so
about that.
let's jump into that. So, Teresa, I know this is a slightly longer drive. You've come all the way from Peoria today, so talk to us a little bit about what's going on here.
Yeah, well, you know what? It is a drive. But our service area for Children's Hospital and Children's Service Line has a huge geographic footprint. So we see kids and families from Rockford to the Quad Cities to Joliet, Champaign-Urbana, Springfield. So we have an incredible footprint outside of Chicago area. So we have kids that come to us. You know, it may take them 2 or 4 hours to get to Children's Hospital. Several of our kids from Central Illinois have utilized the Almost Home Kids in Naperville and at Lurie. And while we are incredibly blessed that we have the Almost Home Kids home in both sites, it's tough for families. So, you know, think about a family that's got to drive anywhere from 2 to 4 hours during their transition time while they're being trained. And these families have jobs, they have other kids, they have family responsibilities. So it's tough right now for them to do that, drive that distance. And then if you think about the respite components, there's nothing more important than the ability for parents to have that much needed break so that they're able to maintain their health and their family health. Well, think about that too. So now we're talking about driving that distance. That's stressful in and of itself. Right. We live in Illinois, right? So what have we had?
Those roadways are not always clear, right?
and tornadoes, so that's stressful. Yeah. So there really is, that incredible need for access. And one of our priorities at Children's Hospital and Children's Service Line is access. And by access, we are talking about, developing systems and programs that help families and kids stay close to home. Mm-hmm. So the concept, this almost home, is just so fitting. As I said, given, as Debbie said, that over 12,000 kids in the state with medical complexities. Right now, there's only 24 beds.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So, certainly much needed.
Okay. And so, and you've sort of already described it, but I would imagine that the impact into the Peoria area will be significant, and that surrounding area.
Oh, absolutely. So OSF Health Care Children's Hospital of Illinois is the third largest full-service pediatric provider in the state of Illinois. We have over 6,000 admissions per year to the 136-bed acute care inpatient. We have 18,000 emergency room visits in a year between babies, children, young adolescents. We have one of the busiest life flight programs in the state of Illinois, with 4 helicopters that are 24/7 air medical transportation, strategically located between Rockford, Peru, and Peoria. So we are able to get to kids with medical emergencies, accidents in a very short amount of time, and fly them back to Children's Hospital for service. So again, outside of the Chicago area, our footprint really takes a huge portion of the state, and we're continuing to grow. So
that's a lot of service that you're providing. Debbie, talk to us a little bit about how that partnership came to be.
Right. So over the last probably 7-8 years, we've had children coming up from the Children's Hospital of Illinois, staying for transitional care for almost home kids, and also for respite care too. And there's been some families that have been homeless and they've been able to stay at the Ronald McDonald House in Chicago. So there's just this tremendous need. So a relationship was developed and we started talking about it. And I really commend OSF and the Children's Hospital leadership because they really took that leap to say, we want to keep our children in our community, and we don't want to stress parents out by traveling like that. So we're very excited. We should be opening it down there in 2018, between April and June 2018.
That's soon. That's exciting.
Right.
So, Teresa, give us just a little bit of an overview on what that facility is going to look like and where exactly it's located.
Well, we went through a really extensive site selection process with the team, and thankfully with the expertise of Debbie Grisco and her team, really a lot of thought and consideration was put into what really is the best location. So the site that was selected is near OSF Children's Hospital of Illinois in the event that kids do need the hospital setting. So we're proximate close to that. The interesting thing, the site that we selected actually has a 67-year tradition in Peoria. So it was family-owned. It was called WT Golf. And it was mini golf, a driving range, and batting cages. So something that was very beloved by Peoria and its central Illinoisan families for over 67 years.
Kind of got good vibes.
It's
Right, it does.
centrally
Yeah, it does.
located, and it's centrally located in this just beautiful older neighborhood with a great deal of green space. So we'll take about 5 acres out of, it's about a 14.5 acre parcel. So, for a 20,000 square foot home with 12 bedrooms, so it's a large home, but it is absolutely still a home, and has been designed. This first really purposeful prototype is just fabulous, and so much has gone into Almost Home Kids really based on their experiences. What really is the ideal home to care for these kids and families. So. Lots of extra green space because of the extra acreage, but we'll have wonderful outdoor play areas and gardens and walking paths. So we're blessed to have all that too. So
well, that's wonderful. So and you're helping Debbie, right?
We are. So we're going to be on site for about 5 years with this, and our hope is we're talking with other children's hospitals throughout the country who are also looking to do this too. So this is a really exciting time because there's just a tremendous need in the state and in the country. These are the most expensive children, and we believe all children have the right to grow up in their own home, and that's what we're all about keeping families whole and together.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
If you would like to learn more about Almost Home Kids and their new home coming into Peoria, please visit their website. We're going to take a quick break. Stay with us. We're coming right back with more Spotlight.